to all the world, all the nations within the world, to see that we now are learning that something is wrong, and we can't cure these wrongs or give treatments to these wrongs simply from the standpoint of trying to make treaties, trying to love their brother, and all of these sort of things. It's going to take something else. And what is it going to take? It's going to take a vast amount of influence that comes out of a singular group which can counteract and bring back and try to balance these forces so that man can live in a little better term and a little more peaceful. And this is why the Ek Masters have once again made themselves visible into this world as to form the whole entity of the Ek, which will begin to take care of this sort of thing. Now, this may sound a little far-fetched to you, and I know there's a large number of groups who have brought messages into the world and tried to give protection to others through this sort of thing. But they have not been strong enough, because we collectively and we individually form that channel in which this force can flow through in order to correct the environment. And many times it looks like that we're not doing anything, but results show it in time. And you'll find wherever there is a deep-seated problem, and has been a deep-seated problem, I would say, in a community of some nature, and if the Ek Master appears there, or if there's a strong satsang group that is developed there, you'll find all sorts of problems which seem to be natural phenomena happening. And it's only the clearing out of the negative forces, and it's only the battle between the negative and the positive which will try to one getting the upper hand over the other. And this goes on time and time again, that I have found within those places that we have formed strong satsang groups. And I have found it at times when I have visited certain places, that the many things that happened there that even tried to keep us from the natural phenomena, keep us from ever having to spread the message there. I think if you'll talk to the Chicago group, goes way back there, like Dorothy Liggett, they can tell you what happened, I believe, in 1968 when I went there in January. And that was just the one incident which I spoke about, that I mentioned here, in which that we'd had balmy weather all along, and the next day they had the worst storm they ever had. But people still came. And so strange that we had an auditorium in a hotel, which was I think Holiday or one of those hotels, and they couldn't get the thermostat working. People have their top coats on at one moment, and the next moment they'd have them off. And it was just absolutely ridiculous of what was going on, but this was the way that we were trying to be stopped from out of these astral forces through the cow to not deliver the message. And I would say at least there was people who came through that, well, I don't know, maybe the 5 or 6 foot snow. They tromped down through this 5 or 6 foot snow in order to get into the auditorium. And I remember there was Cootie Foster, who walked I don't know how many blocks in that sort of snow to get down to see me, and unfortunately I missed him. And I had to call him up and apologize because it really wasn't my fault that I missed him. And yet, to think that these people would come all of this distance through all practically blizzards to get the message of Eck.